So I wanted to talk to Robert Woodson for a while about the African American participation in the Republic. And he's a very smart guy. He's the founder of the Woodson Center. Wrote an op ed in the Wall Street Journal, gutsy op ed, a few weeks ago, where he said, hey, we have African American drug cartels in Chicago and other cities, Baltimore. Why aren't we doing anything about it here? We'll get to that in a minute. Mr. Woodson, first of all, are you surprised by this poll of 34% of African Americans like the job President Trump is doing?
No, I think there is a maturity, a political maturity occurring in the Black community. If you look at the gubernatorial race in Florida with DeSantis versus Gilliam, DeSantis won by 32,000 votes, and that's because 100,000 low-income Black mothers voted for DeSantis because of his position on choice and education. And that means they voted against Barack Obama and Oprah Winfrey because both came to the state to campaign for the African American candidate, Gillum. So 100,000 low-income Black parents voted against Obama and Oprah Winfrey when they looked at the options for supporting their own children. So they put the welfare of their own children ahead of race. And I think that's a sign of growing political maturity in the Black community.
Now, the Trump administration is counting on African American votes to win in 2020. The reason that Donald Trump won in 16, and I spell this out in great detail in the United States of Trump, is that 800,000 African Americans who voted for Barack Obama did not show up to the polls to vote for Hillary Clinton. And the swing states of Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Ohio, that made a big difference. How do you say things remain the same economically? How do you see the African American vote in 2020?
I think that vote will remain suppressed because Obama was a one-time phenomena. It inspired hope, not only in the African American community, but in the white community, that at least he gave us an opportunity to become post-racial. But of course, he did not do that. In fact, he did just the opposite. And so I think it's that sense of despair and disappointment on a part of not just African Americans, but I think the American voting public. So I think that that surge that occurred in response to a phenomenon like Barack Obama was a one-time episode. And I think the kind of apathy that existed before will continue.